So we've had people responding regarding the questions we've asked. Let me just clarify this and understand there's differences. There are people fundamentally that believe that women should not go to the mosques at all. Now, that's not what I'm discussing. That's a different theological discussion, and it's also open to interpretation from many, many different people. So that's not what we're discussing. What we're talking about is women who normally go to mosque at mosques that normally cater for them anyway, and now they're not catering for them because of the overflow. So I'm really referring to the mosques that has already opened up the spaces for women, and now they're not doing it because they're allowing the men to now overlap into those spaces. My question to you is, male, female, what do you feel about it? Do you have a strong view on it? Either way, what are you doing about it? What's the position in your local community? Because I've certainly had calls from women, messages asking me, do you know if your local mosques are closed? Because I don't know. I don't know whether I can go this time around, okay? To do that, the best way to do it is via WhatsApp, okay? And you can text or voice note 061 766 0355, 061 766 0355. But a quick call is always welcome, 011 680 0355. Right. One of the things I feel strongly about is purpose. I've made the point that motivation is temporary, but if you understand your purpose, you should be motivated all of the time. Shaira Kala probably knows her purpose. I'll ask her about that when I chat to her from 9:30 onwards. So looking forward to that connection. But for now, Imraan Choonara is with me. He's the personal excellence mentor, and you may know him as well as the CEO of the African Muslims Agency. And he's part of a feature we're going to talk about excellence, personal excellence, every single day during this month of Ramadan. Imraan, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the show.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah, Ashraf, and of course, always good to be on Salam Media, and I know connecting to Al Ansar and IFM as well, and One Nation out in Polokwane as well. Thanks, guys. So yeah, purpose, Ashraf. You're right. And I heard your kind of comments building up to that, and I heard you say earlier it's a buzzword. It's a word thrown around a lot nowadays, frankly. Purpose. Everybody talks about my purpose, whatever the case is. However, most people I find, and I mentor a lot of people locally and internationally, most people have no idea what their purpose actually is. They have no idea what the concept of purpose is, let alone what their purpose should be. People don't even know whether they should have a purpose. Some people know they should have a purpose, but don't know how to discover their purpose. Some people think that their purpose has already been given to them divinely. Now, that's a strong statement to make, because as Muslims, we're quite guilty of this, by the way. And I want to just leave that thought for a second. You see, we teach as Muslims that your purpose is to worship Allah, to worship our Creator. Okay. But then I beg to ask the question, what do you mean by worship? Because if your definition of worshiping my Creator is the ritualistic aspect of worship only, then you would not have been born a human being. You would have been created as an angel. What I mean by that? We all know that there can be millions, billions, trillions of angels. We don't know all the exact numbers of all of this, that worship Allah in perfection. They will worship Allah day and night in perfection. Which means if your only purpose was to worship Allah by ritualistic worship, then you would be an angel and you'd do that 24/7 in perfection. But you've been created as a human being. Our Creator, in His divine wisdom, created you and I as a human being. So you have the commandments of our Creator to worship ritualistically, of course, and there's lots of commands that we obey, that we understand. But then why did Allah create every one of us unique? Otherwise, He'd make us exactly the same. Exactly.
Okay, what you're saying, there's a broader purpose and a very simple end goal, right? Which is worship Allah. Certainly from a Muslim point, we'd understand and appreciate that. But there has to be like a sub-purpose that is very personal, and we can do it differently, right? So, but definition, when we say purpose, what is the definition of purpose?
You see, again, coming back to that, when you think about it, there's multiple definitions of the word purpose. So I think what you want to be thinking about is something within each individual. First of all, each of us have a unique set of talents, gifts, strengths. Your strengths are not mine, mine are not yours. So our entire journey of this life is defined by how we focus our attention on discovering our strengths, our unique gifts and talents, and then fine-tuning and finessing those gifts and talents and strengths to worship our Creator. So here's the spin on it I want to give you, is that I'm not saying there's two separate ways, definitions of purpose. Yes, you can say to worship Allah. I believe my purpose is to worship my Creator, end of story. But how I do it and how I manifest it is really important. I've got the ritualistic side, my faith, my belief system side. But then I've got the fact that I've got certain strengths that are within me somewhere, and I've got a particular time in this world that I'm supposed to discover those strengths, harness those strengths, fine-tune those strengths, and then deliver those strengths to this world. And by doing that, I'm fulfilling another aspect of worship. And that is
so
purpose.
I mean, can you give it to me? Because I'm trying to help listeners and viewers understand exactly how they should go about delivering, understanding their purpose. So can you give me your purpose in a one-liner, just a one-liner?
My purpose is to use my vision and passion to inspire people to live a life full of joy, success, and gratitude to our Creator. I live that. I've got it up in front of me. I see that everywhere. If you go to my WhatsApp, it's there. It's been there for 15 or 18 years. I don't change my WhatsApp status every day for a different purpose. If you have a purpose, you have a purpose, mate. If you're changing your purpose every single day, you don't have a purpose. My purpose is to use my vision and passion to inspire people to live a life filled with joy, success, and gratitude to our Creator. That encompasses Imraan Choonara. That's what I live for every single day. How does it manifest? It manifests maybe through humanitarian work, maybe through mentoring, maybe through speaking, maybe through teaching, maybe through growing, maybe through developing business. It manifests in many ways. But it's all worshiping my Creator, because my Creator gave me certain strengths. For example, there's something within me. Maybe I have a voice. Maybe I can speak. Maybe I can. I don't know what it is that Allah's given me. I know it is personal to me, and yours is personal to you. But I've got to use it, because I'm going to meet my Creator, and He's going to ask me to fulfill your purpose, and He'll know whether I fulfilled it or not.
All right, Imraan. Let me ask you this on purpose, okay? Yeah. So people listening to us now, we've got 30 seconds to wrap up here, and they don't have a purpose. What's the one thing they need to be doing to find their purpose?
Okay, first of all, we're not going to cover that today, because I got that for another day, because I want to leave you with this thought. If we've got 30 seconds, I want to leave you with this thought, is that the reason we become judgmental in society, and if you see the danger of not discovering your purpose, by the way, is that you live by the opinions of others, which means every single day you live based on whether you are liked by others or disliked by others, and you will make your decisions in life based on whether people like you or don't like you, what you decided to do that day. And that's a crazy way to live. And the flip side is you become very judgmental of others, because you are not. I find people with a purpose are too busy fulfilling that purpose. They don't have time to look at others, and they don't have time to respond to the likes or dislikes of other people's opinions. So when you say a phrase on social media, don't focus your life on other people's opinions, wait a second. Truly you want to do that is live your life with purpose, because when you live your life on purpose, and how to discover it, Ashraf, is a discussion for another day.
Okay, absolutely. The how. So do not miss the how factor. Ideally tomorrow, Imraan. Is that important, Imraan Choonara? Living your life. The big question is how. He's the CEO of Africa Muslims Agency, and he's a personal excellence mentor. Shaira Kala is featured in our Champion People, and maybe that feature will tell you to a degree what my purpose is, which I'll tell you in a moment.
Mornings with Ashraf Ghada. Connect on Twitter.